So we're starting with Metroid Fusion. Big reason we're starting with this one is I'm not quite in the mood to do Metroid 2. I still have the GameCube hooked up. I want to do this one came before Metroid Zero Mission, release-wise. I'm not quite up in the mood to do Metroid 2. So we're going to do the Metroid Fusion, then Zero Mission, then, what the hell, we'll finish 2. And then this weekend I hope to do the rest of Prime 2. And then I'll upload both parts of that on YouTube. Wonder if it's going to be visible that my hair's grown out. Maybe, maybe not. Uh-oh. How's that for an opening? It opens with Samus fucking exploding. Oh. Oh my. Let's see, how do we... Race... I might as well race this one too. It's a shame... It's a shame we aren't doing... The Prime 4 didn't come out in June. Otherwise we could call this Metroid. Metroid Marathon. Instead it's Metroid Vember, which... Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue. You know what? Fuck, I don't need this one either. I'd been assigned to watch over Biologics research team. So I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker. The parasitic organism we now know as X. Creative name. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness, and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. Ooh, ouch. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod. Before impact, Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to the Galactic Federation HQ. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then, someone found a cure. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. X Parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. I was going to say eradicated. Oh, look at him go. As for me, one life ended. Yet I survived, reborn, as something different. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. We'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. Ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or BSL, research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I am being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized CEO is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other CO. Man, I forgot how long this intro is. Before I started up, I was looking at the instruction booklet, because I never had this as a kid. Well, it was only a couple years ago I got a box copy that had the manual. Now, for some of these, I will be reading from the manual, some of these older games, because they don't have any story in the actual game, or at least the start of it. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing, God, that's a slow text speed, recent samples from SR-388, as well as parts of your suit infected by the X Parasites. The cause of the explosion is yet unclear. Investigate. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Up Lake from there. Is your objective clear? Yeah, so anyway, I actually pondered reading through this on stream, but then it was like, because it gives a slightly different intro. And it also recaps like the previous games. They had take forever, and that intro is already long enough. I think for 2 and 0 mission, I might read it, and the original. But both Super and this one have the big intros. I will read this. She calls SR-388 a vile planet, which, yeah. I mean, the Chozo were apparently like, we could live here. X Parasites come out, we can't live here. Yes. Now go to the quarantine bay. I like this one. I'm not used to playing it on the GameCube controller. Swinging. So if I take a second, that's why. Add, use the control pad. Alright, I think I'm getting the hang of it. Like a missile door. Nope, not a missile door. Oh wait, I completely forgot. I think... Here, it's... I love that she has the grip in this one. I kind of wish she had that in most of the games. I'll try not to, since I know this game relatively well, I'll try not to dawdle too much. But honestly, it's kind of in my nature. Oh. Quarantine Bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. I love the atmosphere in this one. Honestly, I'm thinking of turning the light off. This game would be to fucking if it got a remake like in first person like Metroid Prime. This would be the creepiest game. Easy. That's not good. This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X Parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X Parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well. It has also changed your cellular makeup. You'll never be infected by X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host by merely touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. You may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. This station is home to many species, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of the breeding environments, at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I am already detecting massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you are only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? Now, get going. I've released the lock on level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches. Oh, doesn't want me going that way. I always thought this was a game, I'm like, whoa, you take a lot of damage in this game. Then I played Dread. Aw, man. I like Dread, but woof, things kick your ass so easily there. Up, can't go that way. Hey, we're getting the hang of this. I have received news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. Data? Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. This will help against some enemies your beam can't hurt. Head to the data room for the download. The data room is here. Is your objective clear? Yes. With missiles, your chance of survival climbs to 20%. That computer reminds me of a gruff Federation CO I served under named Adam Malkovich. He called me lady on missions. From anyone else, it would have sounded sarcastic. That Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. There's really no way to adjust that. No. Ah, you can't wall jump in this one. That's right. Because I don't think you can. Oh, yes you can. Just very picky about how you do it. It's not the game breaker it was in whatchamacallit. Data room is just ahead. Oh. Didn't need that one. He locks me in here, though. Yeah, missiles. Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, try to find another way to the target. It's located here. I'm reading huge biosigns, so I hope your missiles work. To reload missiles, you can use a recharge room, or absorb a special type of X Parasite. You'll see them. Try it out. How the hell do you know that? Yes. Missiles are your only hope. Don't hesitate to use them. Now, find a way to the target. Oh. Ow. Damn it. Killed by a zombie. How embarrassing. That would have been. Nice. I'll take that. I do love the sneaking around in the underbelly. Up, back in the normal area. Honestly, I don't need to save. Knock on. Famous last words, I know. I don't need to save that much. But I do like filling in the map. Honestly, first bosses can be some of the tougher ones. Because you don't have a lot of health or ammo often. It's like when I played Prime 1 on hard mode, I died to the first mini-boss. Granted, that's because I fell in an acid pool and got melted before I could get out. But, like, still. Somewhere up here. Yes. Oh, that's amazing. Prime 2, the first mini boss also almost kicked my ass in that one too. That one purely off its own ability. Well, shit. And this one, if you know where to look, It's actually quite generous about stocking you up for the first fight. Ah! Not so optional in this game, are ya? In Metroid 2, he was an optional boss that guarded an optional weapon. This one, not so much. That's something I feel Metroid could use more of, is optional bosses. Let's see. 2 has Arachnus. Prime 2 has the Missile Trooper, but that's not much. AM2R has a, I think, an optional boss, but that's... I forget if Arachnus is... But they had another one, let's just say that. A non-Arachnus optional boss. 3 might have one. I think one of the Metroid Hatchers, or whatever it's called, might be optional. Don't quote me on that, though. Yeah. You want to go there. Yeah, Metroid could use more optional bosses. I feel it's a reward for exploring, you know, finding a whole new boss encounter. Samus, as I feared, the breeding environments have been invaded by X Parasites. Sector 1, SRX, shows several abnormalities on biosensors. Oh, I love the music so much. This game has fantastic music for a Game Boy Advance game. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR388 ecosystem. To get there, take that main elevator to the access shaft and use elevator 1. Is your objective clear? Use the navigation rooms just inside for further briefing. I'm not sure, but I think that whoever allowed the exit into the environment may also be linked to the earlier explosion. I have in fact, you know, I'm playing this to lead up to Prime 4. I have not in fact watched, I think I've watched like the first, oh shit. I've watched like 1 or 2 of the trailers. I mostly kept away from the, I think, everything beyond that. Like, I'm sure the trailers for this reveal something that's coming up real soon. It's like, no, I don't want to be fucking spoiled to that. And, like, yeah, I'm sure people, a lot of fans knew about her. Wish my missiles could do that. I don't want to be an unexploded door in the whole facility. Yeah, I'm like, I know there's a motorcycle. I've seen some of the clips. I know Samus gets like cool psychic powers. Beyond that, I know I've not seen a lot of the Prime 4 trailers. I'm gonna keep it that way. I've seen a lot of fans complain about how linear this one is. It's like, It does not bug me because we have other 2D Metroids, but at the same time, I get it. The main elevator leading to the access shaft has been severely damaged. It will be totally unusable for some time, unfortunately. Some unknown agent is at work. Something very powerful, certainly not human. I'll report when I know more. Now listen closely. The X in Sector 1 have invaded... Yes! Oh, that music. The X in Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They must want to alter the environment to their needs. They are already reproducing. Clear all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now, get moving. You know, at the time, I totally get it. You know, it'd been like, what, 8 years since Metroid 3, Super Metroid. Metroidvanias weren't that common of a subgenre yet. The Castlevania ones had already started. But I think so far, at that point you'd only got Symphony of the Night. Like, that's not right. So yeah, but like nowadays, you know, we have more Metroids, a lot of which are more open. We have a lot of other Metroidvanias that are more open. So, at least personally to me, the linearity of this one, it doesn't really bug me. Oh, can't go that way. Shit. Oh god. Ah. Ha ha. Ooh. Something I love is that both this and Zero Mission have distinct art styles. Even with them making Samus look more traditional than Zero Mission. I'll talk about that when we get to Zero Mission. If you look at the backgrounds here and you compare them to the Zero Mission's backgrounds, they look quite a bit different. They're different art styles. I like that. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Atmospheric stabilizer online. 4 units still malfunctioning. Damn it, quit that. Wow, another energy tank already? With all the talking, it's easy to forget how quick this game is when you know what you're doing. I wonder if that's part of why they ratcheted up the difficulty a little. Is because of, you know, it's still short like most of these types of Metroids are. And it's rather linear, so you're not going to get lost like in Super Metroid. So I wonder if that's why they made you take a little bit more damage. Try to space the game out a little more. Sure. 3 units malfunctioning. Or maybe it's just as a kid it seems to take longer. That's probably it. Yeah, let's go this way. Forget the names. The manual only has a couple of the enemy names. Like, I checked and it's only got like 5 of them. It's like, oh, I was hoping I could actually call the creatures by their names. Ah, well. Ah, shit. Wrong. Wait, it's not hurting me. Can I get something out of this? Yes, a missile tank. I'll have to come back with the various. They're not consistent with what. At least, I don't know if they're consistent with what guards against what. Ah, how the mighty have fallen. Just kidding. Besides the kung fu assholes, these ones were never mighty. I am kind of not depressed. I am kind of saddened by the fact that this doesn't make one giant map like Super Metroid does. Neither does Zero Mission. The original can, but that's just because of how simple the maps of the original are. It's like, of course everything connects together with the original. All the areas only, like, lead to one... You know, there's not interconnectedness like the other games. Two you can't map together, or at least the original, because it doesn't use elevators, and it, like, at least with 2D space, it's non-Euclidean. Of course, 2D space is just an abstraction of the fact that it would actually be taking place in... That's getting into weird stuff, huh? That it's a 2D representation of a 3D world. I mean, there's some games that play with that, like Super Paper Mario, where the 2D world is actually 2D. Getting philosophical. There's something interesting about the inert missile tanks that we'll get to. Same thing with energy tanks. I think there's one of both. We'll see. Shit. Oh, come on. Doesn't matter if you blow the hell out of them. If you don't catch them, they're not truly dead. Ah, you missed me. I make this? Yes. Alright. No. Damn it. Lost 2 already. Wow. Oh, no, let's stay over here. Oh shit. Ow. Ah, that one's hard to dodge. Luckily, we really don't need to dodge. Ow. Damn it. It's one of my favorite weapons. Which shows those statues have organic components. Might as well find it. Is there anything over here? Yes! Everyone out. Yeah, the enemies do a lot more damage in this one, but they're not quite as aggressive as they will be in Dread. No, go in the hole. Fun fact, it does that instead of... I think each of them does something different. Super Metroid, you lay 5 bombs if you go into morph ball mode while charged. This one does that. I forget what Zero Mission does. Or I never really thought to check that with Dread or Samus Returns. I'll have to see. They might not do anything. They might just cancel your charge. Thing over here? Nope. At least something I can affect. I see that. One of the few places we can use this. Feels good. Alright. Let's check the map. Yes, we are done here. Up. Oh, you're just upset I ruined your plans. I almost started going, man, I can't believe I thought this game was hard as a kid. It's basically asking for a later boss to fuck me up. Probably the spider one. It's always a spider boss. How many missiles I'm at? 30? Whoa! Damn! I forgot how fast-paced these 2D ones are. Most of them can be beaten on, like, 2 hours. If not less. Atmospheric stabilizers online. Yeah, what brought to that was seeing I was already at 45 missiles. Every time you get 45 missiles in Prime or Prime 2, you're like several hours in. The Mini X have already made it to other sectors, it seems. In particular, Sector 2, Tropical, the tropical habitat, shows abnormalities. I suspect the X entered this sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. He or it may be in TRO now. Man, you chose the... Of all the pronouns you could choose, you choose the wrong... Well, let's not get into that. Who knows what that is? X Parasites would go by they, because they're like collective, parasite things. Samus, get over there. We need to put an end to this. Could they talk? Like, is it like they're basically the thing. Start moving. I'll brief you at the TRO navigation room. They're intelligent. They can take humanoid forms. Yes, they're just not... It's like Ridley. Ridley can talk. Do you ever hear him in the games? No, it's because he's not... He's interested in ripping your throat out. He's not interested in talking. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of noting our trust. I wonder if I can trust this computer, too. I will be playing Over M. Yep. Not looking forward to... Actually, I am. I don't expect it to suddenly become a good game. It won't. I especially don't expect the story to become amazing. But I want to, as an adult, I want to look at it with adult eyes, and see, what did they do right? Why is what's bad bad? I have some general ideas, like, I'll explain when I get to it, that the things I already know are going to be shitty. But yeah. I have learned the identity of our mystery saboteur. Samus, it's an X mimicking you. I've named it the SAS. I believe the SAS came from the capsule containing your infected suit parts. It used a power bomb to escape the quarantine bay. The explosion breached the capsules containing all the X that started this disaster. The SAS is definitely our biggest worry right now. The SAS is mimicking you at full power. You can't face it. If you see the SAS, just run. Don't think about fighting. You are still very vulnerable to cold, an unexpected side effect of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroids, you can be frozen by an ice beam. Of course, the SAS is armed with the ice beam. Stay away. If you see it, just run. HQ says they have the bomb data ready in the data room. Bombs will help you find a way out if the SAS traps you. The data room is here, but it's sealed by a level 1 hatch. You'll have to find the security room and release the level 1 locks. But per safety protocols, it's not marked on the map. You'll have to find it on your own somehow, Samus. So first find the security room and unlock level 1 hatches. Then go to the data room and get that bomb data. Yes. Keep an eye out for the SAS. Honestly, I love... Again, going back to people not liking how linear this is, it makes for a great... Gives you a kind of the story experience in a way most of the other Metroids don't. Like, building... The other games don't build tension like this one does. Those things always gross me out. Like, ugh. They're all, like, veiny. Just... It ain't right. Can I kill you? Alright, I went in the door. Alright, let's go. Ah. Listen to that music. Honestly, I kind of want to remake just so I can hear So, a version of the soundtrack with more modern instrumentation. It's like this game shines even with, like, what the fuck is in with this room? Come back there, lay a power bomb later. What was I saying? Soundtrack, yes. Yeah, like, they really kicked it out of the park with what they were working with, but, like, I think the Super Nintendo had a better sound card than this thing did. This thing, I'm playing it on a GameCube. But, I mean, sentiment's the same. They also limited how dark and moody they could make it. Because they knew about how, unlike the Castlevania Circle of the Moon devs, they were aware of how the game would look on the GBA screen. So they, you know. Game still does a good job of being moody at certain points, but not what it could be. Like, I kind of wish they did get Mercury Stream. I think it's Stream. Mercury Stream got the chance to remake. I'm both glad they didn't and glad they did. One, discounting the fan remake, Metroid 2 needed it more. And also, as much as Metroid 2 remake, from what I remember, I haven't played it that much, honestly. I've only played it through once. But it's not a bad game. You can it reeks of, this is our first Metroidvania game, and this is kind of a prototype for Dread. Just if I can figure out how to stream that one, I'll talk about it there as I play it. But yeah, I'm glad they got to learn from making that one. Let's be honest, they'd also probably do a Super Metroid remake before they did a remake of this one. Which, we'll see how that would turn out. I don't think they'll do any remakes soon. You know, these games are still available. For like Nintendo Online and that. I think they'd rather work on a new game. We'll have to see. I heard some not great things about them recently, like their working conditions and that. Like they apparently were having really bad crunch. I think they're a Spanish developer. We'll have to see how everything shakes out. I definitely do want more 2D Metroid, whether it's a new take on a classic or a completely new one. Whatever it is, I'll buy it and I'll be happy with it, hopefully. Yeah, we don't get an X-ray visor in this one, so I'm always nervous about missing shit. Yeah, it's hilarious. They're like, oh, we're not including the X-ray visor, so we're gonna do this instead. It's kind of fucking stupid, but I also kind of love it. So. Up there it is. I thought they always dropped the red X. It's a little disappointing. All that. It's kind of a little trap. If you fall through here, you have to deal with. I mean, you don't have to. But you fall on the like harder to kill one. Or do I want to play this one? Because I think I'll do this in 2 streams. But I don't think I'll get through it tonight. I'll just... How about this? I played till 3, which is over an hour away still. I played till 3. And then once at 3, I'll look for a natural stopping point. How many rooms there were. People are like, oh, this game's so linear. It's like, it gives you quite a bit to work with. Even with the more linear layout. Hey, get back here. Oh, no. Come on. You just reform here. Loser. Ooh, this is an important room. They pointed the wrong way. Damn it. Can I get anything here? I don't think so. Yeah, no, I have to go back. Coming up here. I forgot how big this area was. It's from like the start. What is this? Yes, we're already there. Oh, no, we're not. Funny, it slightly hides that direction, but then it turns out not to be the right one. Power bombs. Not as many missile upgrades in this area. Nothing there. Get down here. That. So I was invulnerable. Damn it, I did it again. Damn it! Quit that. I got an itchy trigger finger. So I started blasting. Look at this guy's name. Dead meat. Oh god. He actually eat. Here, let me show that off. Why not? I like a Metroid. You need to use power bomb, not power bombs. Morph ball bombs to get out of him. Damn it! Now he can't eat me. It just kicks me out of the way if he lands on me. Oh, I could have got out of that. These parts always pissed me off as a kid. Because I'd get low on health, and you'd be like, yes, I killed the boss! This thing would emerge, and I'd often end up dying to it. Not today. Not anymore. Wait, what was that? There's actually something up there, looked like. Uh-oh. Wise men say, never pass up an opportunity to save. Thought I heard something. Ooh, I'm gonna give myself the heebie-jeebies. I'll be honest, I give myself the heebie-jeebies quite often. That was stupid. That's just a little... I have pissed her off before just to see what happens. Not much. She doesn't... It's not like a guaranteed death or anything. Oh my. Key hunters. Hi? Key? I'm not sure. Oh, can I go to here now? Yes. What was I saying? Oh, whatever. Yes. Hey man, how's it going? Alex. Such a fun username. I kind of like that mine's a little cringy. You know. Oh, don't tell me I need like the power bomb. But sometimes I wish I was able to come up with something snappy and cool like yours. Wait a second. Aha, I remember. I think. So, what you're saying is that you're a fucking tool. I'm kidding. Oh man, I need a... Uh, I've been listening to. I need to listen to them. There we go. Just wasn't landing the bombs. I've been listening to a lot of industrial lately. I don't. What genre are they? Are they? I mean, it could be worse. Look, Daddy, I'm a surfer. You get that reference? Rod's stupid, and I'm with him. Or shirt that says Hoobastang. You view it from a certain angle, and it just says Stank. It's like, I don't want to go near the guy that says Stank. I like most types of metal, so I'll have to check them out. Weren't they one of those that for the longest time they weren't on streaming? I know there's quite a few that are like that. King Crimson wasn't. I think they are now. I know King Crimson is. That's always something funny is that, or not funny. Sad is that a lot of people will end up like not. Powerbomb. I've mostly been listening to Nine Inch Nails lately, but I've been throwing in some Ministry and Skinny Puppy. Ooh, wait, can I get? What was I gonna say? Damn it! I lost my train of thought. I actually really like their synth pop stuff from the early. I need to listen to more. What am I gonna talk about? Shit. I can't believe it's probably because I've been streaming that often. I think when you go without streaming, the auto mod gets a little touchier. Oh, is it because it's literally 69? Here, once I get through this. Samus, we've got trouble. Releasing the security lock may have been a bad idea. The SAS has invaded the water environment in Sector 4, AQA, with several thousand X. With the blue hatches active, the SAS slipped in easily. The creatures and systems in Sector 4 are already showing multiple irregularities. I'm currently investigating. I'll brief you in the navigation room when you arrive. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now head for Sector 4. That's like their most recent album is The Squirrely Years Revisited. It's like a bunch of their early songs re-recorded. The SAS, an enemy with my strongest abilities. But does it have reason? Probably not. It's just a killing machine. In my current state, I can't face it head on. The SAS is me, only heartless. I must stop it before it learns its potential and threatens the universe. Like their most recent album, Squirrely Years Revisited, it's like a lot of their early songs re-recorded, and they're really well done. But the album is a squirrel with a boner. Like, you know, a squirrel sitting there with a little red thing sticking up out of it. It's like, oh, who approved this fucking album cover? Which, granted, I've seen a lot worse album covers than squirrel boners. But it's still, like, it's still a, why the fuck did you put that on your album's cover? This sector has taken more damage than expected. I knew the X were powerful and destructive, but still. This seems to be purposeful. We certainly can't rule out the possibility that the SAX has a high degree of intelligence. I find the X fascinating, especially this SAX. But I digress. This sector is home to a very large creature. The researchers called Samus. It is capable of moving and attacking at ultra-high speed. The more senseless and widespread destruction here may be attributable to Samus. No doubt the SAX released it, but I can't be sure why yet. Saruses were turned off into the breeding tank here. Its natural behavior must be to go back to its periodically. It's a valuable specimen, but you have been authorized to terminate it. If you don't, it may invade other sectors. Yes. While you're moving, be careful. Some broken power nodes have electrified the water, but we can't cut the power. Doing so would affect the whole station adversely. If you touch the water, you'll be electrocuted. Conserve energy as you go. What was I gonna say? Try to pick my brain. Nope, just see static. It's over. Yeah, nope. I forgot how deep in the game. Oh, I know where we get the gravity beam. Not gravity beam. How is it? Which version are you playing? I've actually played. I think I've played through both versions. You're probably playing through like the release. Like, so Black Label's like the same as the main release version, except it replaces the first two maps with two new maps, I think. Before that, they cut the original version had one level that was removed in a later version. Some songs were switched out, some rooms were removed. I think it's, I don't know. I don't know why they released it that way, where it's like a new version that just replaced. Like, why not just release them as standalone fucking maps? Why release a whole new version of the WAD that it's basically the same as the last version, except the first two levels were replaced? I don't know. I mean, it's like, it's not... It's a head scratcher, but it's not horrible, because, you know, it's free. Yeah, so anyway... Yeah. That'd make more sense than what they did do. Yeah, they removed certain... Like, I remember there was one room they outright removed. I don't know on what level. But there's like a room with like a cross-shaped crusher or something like that. And they removed it from the later version. Yeah, there's one map that... It was definitely one of the roughest there was. I don't think Mount Pain covered that one. Yeah, it was a rather rough level. So they just removed it. And replaced it with a less rough one. I don't know. Again, it's because I haven't streamed for a while. There's a streamer I follow, BZ Plasma, who his auto mod's been a little touchier since he started streaming again. He took off for like a month and a half. You play any of the Metroid games? This is a good game. I don't know if I'd recommend it as a starting point. I'd recommend, because it's rather linear, it doesn't give a good idea of what a lot of the gameplay's like. I'd recommend Prime, Super, and Dread. Have you ever heard of a Doom YouTuber called Midnight? Like, he's enjoyable when you actually watch the videos, but he always gives them the most... He always gives them, like, the most clickbaity, like, titles and ever, like, oh, this Doom spookiest WAD, or Doom spookiest WAD. This WAD's practically illegal. He's someone he's someone I won't, like, sit down and watch, like, and play through a whole map. I'll kind of, like, skim through it. He's not like someone like Decino or Viton. That's like, you know, people... It's funny. People will love villains who have done heinous shit, but if a character is fucking annoying... Oh. Oh, it's because when a villain's annoying, his actions aren't actually affecting you, you know? Shit. But when a character's annoying, he's annoying both you and the characters. Shit. Ow. Ow. Those are always the worst. Damn it. Ah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Midnight. Hey, he's not bad, but... Yeah, I just wish he was less clickbaity. I fucking come in here. There we go. You love that when the game tricks you. You think you... Oh, thank God. Hope we can't do anything with that yet. I know, we have to come back here. I guess I don't remember this game as well as I thought. Granted, as a kid, when I was in the Metroid mood, I'd almost always... The main ones I'd replay are, Prime and Super. Which is funny, because I had this in Zero Mission before Super. I think it's because as a kid, you know, I wasn't against playing portable games at home. It's just like, when you're at home, you'd much rather be playing a console. No, I don't even need a full remake of the game. Just remake the soundtrack and I'll be happy. The soundtrack's fucking amazing. Uh-oh. That's not good. I think you fight him in the fan remake of 2. Oh, you could just barely clear that. Oh, I thought of something funny to talk about. So I've been reading Superboy. And like, I mean the old Superboy. So nowadays Superboy's like, you know, it's Superman's son, or it's a clone of him. Or it's a clone of him he's raising as his son, or brother, or whatever. Originally Superboy was just him, but like in the past. And that was up until like, he's existed a little since then, but they mostly phased him out after 86, after they rebooted things in the 80s. And they're fun stories. They get kind of repetitive, like a lot of pre-Crisis Superman stuff does, but I enjoy them. Especially like the 50s and 60s stuff gets repetitive. I'm nearing the end of the 60s and it's getting quite a bit better. Oh shit, I was just about to say his boss gonna kill me. This almost sounds like a Sonic track. Not a complaint, just... But, like, stories are fun, but, you know, one of the big hindrances of the series, I don't think so. I think they were fun, regardless. But apparently, back in the day, one of the big complaints is nothing can change. You know, Superboy obviously survives to an adult. You know, he keeps the same costume. He can't learn anything that he doesn't know as Superman. Can't get a long-term love interest because he's still single as an adult. Especially back then, because they wouldn't allow him and Lois to hook up. We know Lana, his best friend of that time, Lana Lang, we know she survives to adulthood because they introduced her in the adult portion. So like, they established that it was in his late teens when his parents died. So like, what can we do? What can we do to change the status quo? That some readers were like, yeah, Superboy's cool, but we all know nothing major is gonna happen. So they did something, and they must have thought they were so clever, and that they, you know, it's such a cool change. They made his parents younger. You know, his parents like looked like they were in their 50s or 60s. You know, white hair, glasses, kind of plump. And so what they did was they had, and this is pure Silver Age. Some aliens were viewing them, like in another dimension. These aliens that look just like humans, of course. I mean, of course they look just like humans. Superman's an alien, but he looks just like a human. And they're viewing into our dimension with a multi-dimension camera. And they're passing it off as their own footage. They're like, I filmed this, and it's just some peering into another dimension. And they're like, great, we love it, but viewers think the Kents are too old. Can you recast the actors that play the Kents? And they're like, sure? Which obviously not, because they're not actors. But yeah. So what the producer does, is he teleports a bottle of youth serum. Because they use that to execute criminals. Because instead of killing them, criminals who are sentenced to death are instead de-aged and given to a family to raise properly. So instead he takes this youth serum, dilutes it, and teleports it to our dimension and dumps it in the Kent's well. Superboy's immune because he's, well, Superboy. And that shit never affects him unless it's needed to because of the story. But the Kents drink it, and they age down 20 years. They no longer need their glasses. They have brown hair instead of white. They're thinner. And then, of course, Superboy comes up with a whole way to, to throw suspension. Oh, so people will go, oh, this must have happened to him because he's Superboy. And they're so proud of themselves, because on the cover, they're like, at the start of the story, he's like, take a look at these faces of Ma and Pa Kent, because you're not going to see him again. And near the end of the story, he's like, get used to it, folks. This is permanent. And you could tell they were so proud at coming up with this big permanent change. It's like, what does that actually fucking do? Like, it's a stupid change, but like it's excusable because it's pre-Crisis Superman. Pre-Crisis Superman has like the wackiest mythology ever. Like, he lived the whole. Like, if I remember correctly, there's an issue of Action. This was like just a one-off story. It established it was something like. His spaceship went through a time warp on its way to Earth, and he grew up, like, spent a whole life in another dimension. Eventually, like, dying there was like a tragedy. He couldn't save his, like, world, his adoptive world. And then, as he's dying or whatever, he, like, they put him back in the spaceship, send him off. And when he re-enters our dimension, he, like, ages back to a baby and forgets the whole thing. It's like, what the fuck? Or, like, there's another story in Action. Action Comics is one I've read the whole Gold or Silver Age. I've read from, like, the early 50s up to, like, 70. Every issue. And, there's an issue, I forget if it's a two-parter, it might just be a one-parter. Oh, can't. Where everything's gone right. There's no more crime, natural disasters have ceased. Everything's perfect, And Superman, they're like, these, like, aliens come up and they're like, leave, Superman. We made the world perfect. The world no longer needs you. Leave. Go find someplace else to help. And he almost does so until he's like, wait, this must be some evil plot. You've read 100 stories like this. Where it's just like, oh, we're here to help make the world a peaceful place. And then it turns out, yeah, they're going to make Earth peaceful, but they're going to take, like, every 5th kid and turn them into hamburgers or something. But, like, so Superman goes and destroys the machines, and the aliens are like, he's like, I am onto your true plot. And they're like, what true plot? We're just, you ruined everything. We really were just trying to make Earth peaceful. And then they fuck off and leave. And you're waiting. You're like, oh, it's near the end of the story. They're gonna let the other shoe drop. It's gonna reveal that he did do the right thing by destroying these. And it never happens. The story ends with him being like, I screwed up. And I'm like, next issue, totally something different. And so you read this and you're like, oh my god. They're just gonna, it's like, it's never gonna get referenced again. But Superman destroyed world peace. So Samus had been infected by the X too. Well, as a result, you recovered another ability. At this rate, you may be able to face the SAX yet, but that's still a ways off. HQ has more support data. This time it's missiles upgrade data. You desperately need this, but the data room here is sealed with a level 4 lock, the highest security level. Let's avoid opening sensitive areas unless it's necessary. Also, the route to the data room in Sector 2 is blocked by still more SAX activity. I noted a deliberate activity pattern, as if it is blocking your recovery intentionally. Samus, it looks like your best option for this download is in Sector 3, PYR. You will find the PYR data room on your map after using navigation room there. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now head for Sector 3, PYR. Pyro! Fire! Fire! Air! 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 I threw my voice out doing a Beavis impression once. If you do it enough, it will destroy your throat. Honestly, I still have quite a ways before this because I've got to read I've got 4 other titles to read before I get to this. Ugh. But I'm excited for the Bronze Age of Superman because they keep some of the clickbaity bullshit, but they do it more seriously. Like the ones I described were like late Golden Age, they're late Silver Age. Thankfully, the X have not better. Oh god. Here, 1 second, actually. Hopefully you won't hear this. Can you hear that? I don't think so. Yeah, just getting up helped clear it out. Thankfully, the X have not invaded this area yet. The data room here is sealed by another security hatch. In order to download, you must find the security room here and activate level 2 hatches. This may allow the SAX and the X Parasites into the area, but we are left with no choice. Your recovery is our main goal. The data room is here. As I explained, security rooms can't be shown on the map. Be careful, Samus. You will see very violent organisms here. And avoid the ultra-heated areas. Your suit can't take such high temperatures yet, but we're working on it. Level 2 hatches are green. Release the lock and proceed to the data room for download. Super missile data is ready. Your firepower will triple. Is your objective clear? Yes. First, activate green hatches, then go to the data room. There are no ultra-heated areas on this route, so turn back if you enter one. I think you can get an upgrade early if you go through some of the superheated rooms. I'm not going to risk becoming a cooked goose, so let's not do that. But it is something we can do, if we really wanted to. There's... One game does make you go through an area superheated before you have the Varia suit. If you know, you know. If not, we'll get to it. Not tonight. Maybe in a few weeks. Honestly, that's gonna be one of the. I'm gonna finish off the marathon with Prime 3 So, I'll just say it. Other Rim has a section where you have to go through a superheated area without your suit. Without your suit that protects. Lava? Lava. And, I wanna fuck with the Wii and the little bar and the motion controls as little as I have to. That's why we're doing the 2 Game Boy games. Game Boy Advance games and the Game Boy game together, so I can all play them through the GameCube. I'm trying to minimize having to switch out the consoles, because I only have the Switch and the GameCube up here right now. Nope. But there's also a Super Metroid mod that makes you go through an area superheated, if I remember correctly. I think it's like the, what's it called? Oh, I remember this. Super Metroid Rebirth, Super Metroid Reborn, Super Metroid something. There's something I could play. Not as part of the marathon, we got a lot of games to get through. But it would be interesting, next time I want to play Super Metroid, instead of just doing another, either not streaming it, or doing another playthrough off stream, or on stream, whatever. I could do some of the ROM hacks, and I could play those on stream. I'm open. If anyone's got a recommendations, I'm free. I'll take them. I think people have done ones based on both Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission. Those might be interesting to check out. I know a lot of them are like, they don't change a lot besides like the map layout, which those could be fun. But I'm also more interested in those that like change a lot of stuff. Ah, come on. I understand why they don't have like a scan system, but I do wish these games had like a bestiary. Or like, you know, once you killed it, give me a logbook that tells me a little about them. Stand still. Man, I'm just burning through missiles. And health. Why am I even going this way? Oh, shit. Let's try that again. Are we supposed to come this way? Maybe. Oh. Probably not, actually. Oh no, I know where we are. Yes. The unskippable missile tank. The bane of 0% runners everywhere. Which I shudder to think of a 0% run of this game. Oof. Oh, we took a necessary detour. That's nice to know. Damn it, come on, focus. We're low on health. And ammo. Oh shit, I'm gonna die if I fight the boss. Damn it. Honestly, it's kind of hard to see stuff. And I hate the farm, but I'd also hate to die, so... And the boss doesn't drop health, for reasons you'll see. Oh, at least we're getting some ammo back. I'll stop when I hit 3. Or 4. I love that the enemies have little changes from past games. The ones that are carried over. Like, I don't think the side hoppers in the previous games had the little rocket boost that these guys have. Faster going. And almost, it's because of the lighting in this room. That's close. You know what? No one lives forever. Let's go kick his ass. Or get our ass kicked. I'm not the biggest fan of how the super missile just overrides the missile. It's quite obvious it's because of the limited buttons on the Game Boy Advance. Did we get a save? Shit, I forgot all about this. Recharge too? Fuck, I wasted my time. And your time too, I'm sorry. That's more full bomb. Make sure we're not missing anything. Alright, we're good to go. See, this game's too nice. Even when it's being mean, it's nice. If it makes any sense. It's hard, but it's not... It's not like Prime... It's not like Prime 1, for instance. Prime 1 has it where you do a huge stretch of the mines, get to the bottom, and you have a boss. Oh, I remember now. You know, you have the huge mine run with a lot of dangerous enemies. You have... You have the cloaked drone. Which if you don't have... Damn, we're already at 100 missiles. I think. I'm near it. Well, I could have took this boss. Because I know his shit. And this boss is actually the only one not infected by the X. Damn, I could have took him without the health heal. Yeah, you fight the cloak drone, which has a lot of health. Not a lot of health. It's hard to fight without the Wave Buster. So if you don't know to get the Wave Buster, yeah. And you might be low on health. That's why I said health. Speaking of that. Then you gotta go for the Power Bomb puzzle, which not hard, but if you get sloppy, you could die. You know. Then you have to find the save station. I saw where someone beat the boss and then got their ass kicked before they saved by some pirates. It's like, ooh, that stinks. Let's try this again. I think I know how to, maybe. Oh, I'll take it. Let's see, can I do this? Let's see. No. Maybe. No, I can't do it. I have to go on the other side. This could easily make like a horror movie, honestly. Yes! Good thing I did that. I seem rather unsmooth tonight when trying to talk. I wonder if it's because I haven't streamed in a while or because I'm tired or probably a little bit of both. Ooh, I think I know a good stopping point. Honestly. Yes. Yes. Well, I think it's 2 missions from now, basically. I see that you encountered... No, it's 3. I see that you encountered a rogue security robot. You may destroy it if you meet it again. Your safety is vital. But as to your brief, level 2 security locks are released, so sectors 5 and 6 are open. That means those sectors have likely been infiltrated by X. There's some funky translation things going on here. They are much harder to stop than we initially suspected. Sector 5 ARC is sub-zero. You're still susceptible to cold from the vaccine side effects. So you'll take damage if you even set foot inside there. Avoid Sector 5 for now, but in the meantime, HQ is working on data to adjust your suit for extreme temperatures. Once we have the transmission, you can download it, but Nex have destroyed all the data rooms you have used so far. I no longer doubt their capacity for critical thought. You'll have to use the data room in the night habitat, Sector 6, NOC. Go to Sector 6 and access a navigation room there. Is your objective clear? Before I tell him yes, I'm gonna go grab a drink. I will BRB. Alright, is it clear? Yes. Tread lightly, Samus. You're the only one who can do this. And the X may be much more dangerous than we know. Does Samus suspect anything? I like how you can faintly see he's wearing a suit. No, I do not think so. Good. Monitor closely. Monitor her closely. Affirmative. Out. As a kid, it used to bug me that you don't visit them in order. I might have a light touch of the OCD. The various suit data is here from HQ, ready to download. Get moving to a data room. But there's a problem. X from the Sub-Zero sector, ARC, are in Sector 6, NOC. And they've been changed by the cold. If you absorb one, you'll be frozen from within. This seems like a deliberate tactic. Once you download the various suit modification, you'll be out of danger. Just be extremely careful until then. The NOC data room is here. Remember, avoid the blue X. Use your beam to stun them in order to get by. Yes, be careful. They are hunting you actively now, Samus. And this area is very dark. Proceed with extreme caution. Alright. Do I just stop there out of habit? I stopped at the last one too, I'm sure. God dang. They're surprisingly dangerous. Nothing. God, my hair itches. As long as it doesn't start falling out in clumps. I have nightmares about that. I actually did have a nightmare about having a receding hairline. And makes for a nice breakup of all the tooth falling out dreams I have. I have quite a few of those lately. Ugh. Not pleasant. I think these are just dangerous dead ends. Yes. You're supposed to enter in there, see all those, and go, fuck no. Fuck no. Can I go here? Shit. Oh, God, it got one. They actually remind me of Metroids. How they move, the sounds. Oh, yeah, look at that background. And why not? That's where we headed. You're all mine now. You're all my children. She holds up her arm cannon. This is God. I need to rewatch those movies. The Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I haven't seen those since I was an early teen. Like that was, I haven't seen any of them. I don't think since. There's a phrase in my mind. I had a phase in when I was like 13. I'm 27 now. I just turned 27. Oh my God. But there's a phase in my like early teens, like 13, 14, where I'm like, I've got to see all the horror movies. All of them. Each of them. Every one of them. Luckily, I didn't get to most of the Children of the Corn or the Leprechauns. I got like halfway through the Hellraiser movies. I saw every Friday the 13th, every Halloween, every Nightmare on Elm Street, No, I did not see every Child's Play. I saw the ones called Child's Play. The remake wasn't out yet. But I did not see Bride or Curse to Chucky. Oh, shit. Oh, I almost fell down there with her. I think you can actually be chased by her through, like, this room. Maybe. Yes, and you can hide up here. I think. There is a mandatory chase, but that's not it. Oh, I've been watching a horror YouTuber named Cody Leach. Man, it makes me want to... Hearing someone else talk... Shit. Hearing someone else talk about them makes me want to go through a lot of those old horror movies. Yeah, I've used a lot of my missiles. Oh, ha, ha. Thank you, super missiles. I don't know how many times I've ran into that in previous playthroughs. Like how it looks like a face. Little caves. That's right, you have to use the... Man, that suit data really makes you... There you are. Yeah, eat that bomb. No, the bomb, not me. Yeah, look. A mouth and eyes. It's look, those stalactites are teeth. Like you got the deep caves that are like the pupils. I wonder if that was intentional. I bet it was. Alright, which way? I think Ivor. Fuck off. Nope, definitely the other way. When do we get a beam upgrade? I like how at first they dive for you. In this room they dive for you, but it's funny to see how their behavior changes. Yeah, they're definitely like a hive mind. No strong. Now they're running away from me. Like they're very much willing to be suicide bombers, but only when it's obviously effective. Since it became obvious that it wasn't affecting me, they're like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. But before that, they're all on the let's die bomber train. So it's like they don't want to die for nothing, but they're more than willing to, you know, take one for the team. This is interesting. Get back here, cowards. Be ready to be 105. Shit. Climb up the slow ladder again. I like the circle. Meanwhile, the screen's so bright, like you can easily. I don't know. They should have made it a little darker. Alright, let's get out of here. Hey, come on. Where's the party? Ah, thanks for your sacrifice. Hey, there you are. Get back here. Don't you run from me, coward. Ah, run, coward. Ah, when I was in that, when I went to that arcade up near it was in Schaumburg, Illinois. When I went to it, that was one of the games I specifically looked for to play. Like, they have like 1,000 machines there. It's amazing. It's called the Galloping Ghost Arcade. Not sponsored. But anyway, it's amazing there. They have 1,000 arcade machines. It's pay to enter. So like the machines, you just press a button and they'll boot up. Yes. So the missile tanks have something organic about them. Otherwise the X wouldn't be able to mimic them. Let's see, anything more? I specifically looked up Sinistar. I kept calling it Rystar. I gotta find Rystar, because I forgot the name of it. But I remember that monster swooping in going, "Rah! Die, coward!" Oh, well, I just destroyed my voice. But yeah, fun. It's fun, but I think I've talked about this on stream before. Fuck it, I'm doing it again. It is fun, but it's also something like I could only stand being in there like several hours. Like when you first got there, it's like, oh, we're only going to be here 5 hours? That's such a short amount of time for so many games. You know, 5 hours in, it's like I played 30 games. It's loud. You know, constant overstimulation. There's more and more people as you stay longer. Someone that I don't like crowds. I don't like crowded establishments. Like, we went to a medieval times after that. You know, it was crowded in that. I was fine with that. Like, I don't like it when it's like, you know, a lot of people in a more cramped space like that. Like, I wouldn't want to be at a Barnes & Noble's that had like 50 people in it. You know, good for the store to have that many people, but it's like I'd much rather be there when there's like at most 20 people wandering around. 20, 30. Like, I do find at cons, because that's like a place you expect to see a bunch of people. I don't know. How did that X download the Varia suit data? This doesn't seem to make any sense at all. Unless the X had the ability to process data organically. At any rate, you have the Varia suit data. Could be because they had, you know, all the X are descended from the ones that infected Samus, I think. And the Varia suit, the power suit's kind of semi-organic, you know, organic enough that the X can copy it. And the power suit can obviously process the data. Now you will be protected from extreme temperatures. More importantly, the SA-X will no longer be able to freeze you, so you can escape easier. But you're still too weak. That thing is too much for you. You currently have no way of damaging it, but my simulations indicate that a penetrating weapon, like the plasma beam, might work. Developing modification data will take HQ some time, though. There's also a chance that you may be able to restore your plasma beam by absorbing a large core X, as you did with the charge beam function. As for restoring ice beam functionality, I doubt it. Your current cellular makeup would reject that addition. Therefore, HQ has developed an ice missile upgrade. This will add a freezing effect to your missiles. It will help. Go to Sector 5 ARC for the... I fucking hate ice missiles. Now get moving. I do not like the ice missiles. I don't like them in Prime 2 either. The Prime 3 either. I don't like them in Dread. Because it turns... It turns what's often a one-hit kill, your missiles, and there's something you instead have to blast them multiple times with. And it's just like, come on. You know, I prefer being able to go, boop, boop, dead. Now when I get the ice missiles, it's no longer going to be like that. Like once I get in the other 2D games where it's an ice beam, I'll even turn off the ice beam. And Super Metroid where you can do that. I'll even turn off the ice beam once I get like enough upgrades I don't really need to use it anymore. Until the Metroids. You need to download data for the ice missile upgrade, but as you might expect, the data room here is secured. Level 3 security hatches are yellow. Release the security lock and download data as usual. And experiment with those new missiles. They will be helpful. Is your objective clear? Yes. You know what to do. Go to it. Oh, nope. Nope, you're supposed to fire. There we go. Gotcha. Ooh, this big room. I hope nothing jump scares me. Oh, once again, we have this game having a fantastic soundtrack. Oh, that sound. You hate that sound. I know I do. Oh, this is dead end. Is it? Come on, shoot the monster. There you go. Gotcha. I don't think this area has a boss yet. No. Yeah, I think it lets me off with a chase. We'll see. Oh, it gets even worse. Pulsing noise. Ugh. Those were little nest things for a little enemy in Super Metroid. I think. Oh, that horrible noise. Ow, I don't need to save again. Thank you. Ah, so just asking for me to have the ice missiles. Yeah, it made me break my stride. Could have built up a supercharge if not for that room. Ah! Gotcha. No, don't need to save again. No, shoot the thing. Come on. There we go. Put that on a shirt. Profound wisdom. Come on, shoot the thing. I am a man of many wise nuggets. Yep. Upgrade I hate. Thank you. Shit. No, come on. Yeah, look. Instead of dying, the enemy becomes a platform. Can't say I approve. I'd much rather just have the enemy be dead. Come on, where is it? Hey, you better give me an energy tank. I forget. There might be a room that teases you with an energy tank, but it turns out to be one of those monsters. And then the actual item in the room is just a is one of those whatchamacallums. It's a missile tank. So I'm distracted by what I need to do. Oh, it's so veiny. Just ain't right. Be nice to get the wave beam. When do I get that? Soon, I hope. Also, I forgot to comment on it, but we got the clown barf suit now. Ugh. Yeah, not the best looking suit in the game. Kinda have to ask what the fuck were they thinking with that color scheme. It's not awful. It's still kind of not great. This is... Man, that was more anticlimactic than I... You say, what the hell was that? Terrifying. Alright, zoomed around some more of it. Come on, where is it? I know there's an item in here. Ow. Oh, come on, game.
Emergency in Sector 3.
Oh, that's not good.
Emergency in Sector 3.
Well, we must certainly find out what this emergency is.
Emergency in Sector 3. Emergency in Sector 3. Emergency in Sector 3. Emergency in Sector 3.
Emergency in Sector 3. The area could melt down soon. It seems the main boiler's cooling unit is malfunctioning. This could easily destroy the entire research station, as it would likely trigger the auto-destruct explosives. We have about 6 minutes. Hurry to Sector 3 and access the control room to the side of the main boiler room. Most of the systems in PYR are down because of this. Again, we know who to blame. The SAX must have hacked into the system control pod. What impressive intelligence. Is your objective clear? Yes. There's little time. Hurry to control room in Sector 3. This will be our last mission for the night.
To main boiler explosion.
Amazing music, too. Oh shit, right there. I was ready to run all the way to the other side. Need be. Aw, listen to them working that sound chip. You can tell they want to do more, but it just ain't happening. Where am I going? This way. Oh, this is cracked. Shit! Come on, come on. I get... It's not an escape sequence, but it basically is. Honestly, this is one of my favorite... Again, not an escape sequence, but time... Thanks for the platform, buddy. Four minutes to destruction. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. You should, like, chill out, buddy. Shit. don't like how they changed. The fuck? Oh, this is where you get the wave beam. No, wait. No, it isn't. It's where you get the wide beam, aka the one no one remembers. Is it in another game? I don't know. I don't remember. If you asked me if it was in this game, I'd be like... Yeah, like, if you asked me what game the wide beam is in, I'd be like... It's like the... I guess it does make it a nice purple. It's basically the Spazer, but not Spazer. It's the Spazer, but we're not going to make it incompatible with anything. So we need to call it something else, so people were like, but the Spazer is incompatible with the plasma beam. Probably. I don't know. Who knows? It could be called the same thing in Japanese. Maybe. Probably not. It is a useful upgrade. Even if it's got the most unholy of forgettable names. Sometimes when I open my mouth and random shit just comes out. I'll admit that. Oh, it honestly helps me with the whole spray and pray method of shooting at enemies. Maybe I should be more respectful to the whole wide beam. Let's leave. Yeah, I forgot most of these dudes' names. Ow. Gotta fill in the map somehow. Honestly, this whole section, there's no reason to come back here. Look at that. No items at all. I don't think there's any off the beaten path. Either. I think it's in the middle here. Yes. There we go. What are we at? 130? More? Less? 130. Man, these purple guys replaced all the... What their names? Shit. Man, I need to just stop standing there and taking it. They replaced all the green guys. Yes. I'm going to bed after this. Ooh, boy, I'm running on low. I'll admit. Sure, it's only been like a couple hours. 2.5 hours and I'm ready to call it quits. I'm never going to play in the big leagues if that's my batting average. I know there's streamers that'll do it like 8-9 hours at a time. I think the most I've done is like 6.5. I mean, in my defense, I work a full job, so 40 hours a week. Except when I take off early Fridays, it's only 38. I would like to be able to stream longer every day. You know, stream at a reasonable time instead of the ass crack at night. I mean, it doesn't help me meet Australian people, I guess. That's pretty cool. But, yeah, it'd be nice to get on a more normal schedule. Oh, that's it. I'm gonna call it night here. Figure out. Get sent on a new mission by Adam. And, ooh, I could go down there. Will I remember to? Let's do it now, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. Right. One little side quest before the night. Feels good. Feels good to have the headphones off. I gotta... out the fucking way. Ow. Really? All that for just a missile tank. Yes, no. But yes, I have done that without the Varia suit before. Doing. Yes, that's what I was hoping for. Nice. Wow, look at all the energy tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pretty impressive. Apparently when I clap, for some reason my microphone doesn't pick it up. I guess maybe it's got... over there is tweaking out. It's got anti-clap technology. Which, how am I going to snap along to the Addams Family theme if it doesn't pick it up? Or clap along to I've got too much time on my hands. Granted, I don't want a copyright strike, so probably won't be singing along to that one. But that was a fun little side quest. Got us an energy tank. And I even had the box. Sorry, I just had to show off. But yeah, I like this game. I think we're about halfway done. Energy tanks will say we're about halfway done. Maybe a little below. We should be finishing it tomorrow night. Honestly, these two in particular are not long games. I think Zero Mission in particular is beatable in under, and no, I'm thinking of the first one. I think I'm sure Zero Mission is beatable in under an hour, but I don't think it forces, if you want like even the best ending images, I don't think it forces you to get it in under an hour. shitty box. The plastic case, the box itself is fine. Whatever. Yes. See, you can't hear that. I don't think. For whatever reason. But yeah. Tomorrow, we will be hopefully finishing this up, and then that'll leave Zero Mission for Thursday and Friday, I want to say. I don't think I'll do a hard mode playthrough for Zero Mission. Maybe. I can always do more runs of these games in the future and even stream them. I could even actually try to, rush through them, get through them in time. See the prettier endings. Zero Mission, then I will probably do... I always say I want to, I'm going to do this on the weekends. Sometimes I just don't feel like streaming on the weekends. But I will try to get the rest of Prime 2 hard done. Then we're going to go ahead and knock out the second game while we had the GameCube hooked up. After that, might as well get Metroid 1 done, because I'm not looking forward to Metroid 1. Then we'll hook up the Super Nintendo, get Super Metroid done. I have played it before, but not on hardware. Then after that, Dread. We got Dread to do. Then after that, this is, I'm talking the whole month. Then after that, I'm gonna figure out the DS emulator, 3DS emulator, and we're gonna play. Honestly, time might be limited, so fuck. M2R, I forgot that one. Forget the pinball and the Federation Force. Especially forget pinball. We might... I don't know. I'll see as the month goes on. But I'll do at least Hunters and Samus Returns. And then we'll do Other M. Ugh. And then Prime 3 in the lead up to the release. That's all subject to change depending on how long this takes, if I take another week-long break. But yeah. Until then, see you tomorrow. I've rambled on long enough. Night.